Subu, bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to do a quick treat cracker. So I have got my piece of DSP that measures 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. So on our 5 1/4 inch piece, we're just going to purely score at 1 inch. So just line it up at 1 inch. 2 inch. Now if you find that doing, oh, I've said 5 1/4, didn't I? Yes, I said 5 1/4. If you find that dealing in 1/4 inches is too difficult for you, then you could do 5 1/2, but you're going to just score it the same. So I've scored it so far at 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm going to score it at 5. Okay, so this just leaves you this little tiny piece. Now if you oh, hello Hannah, lovely to see you. Right, so if you find that this little is too little for you, can do that at 1/2 inch. Right, now on your 8 1/2 inch side, you're going to score that at 1. I'll just line it up at 1 and 1 1/2 and 2, and then you're going to score it the same at the other side. So just give it 180 degrees turn, and you're going to score at 1 inch, 1 1/2 inches. Hi Valerie, it's lovely to see. I've just said to Anna, it looks nice that you've come on today, and I've not seen Hannah on for a long time, and then you've popped on as well, so lovely. So today we're making a lovely little treat cracker. So just go through those steps again. So our piece measures 5 1/4, but you can make it 5 1/2 if you find this little 1/4 inch too small to deal with. So it's 5 1/4 my pieces by 8 1/2, and I've scored it at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then I've rotated it, and on its 8 1/2 inch side, I've scored at 1, 1 1/2, and 2. Rotated it 180 degrees and scored at 1, 1 1/2, and 2. So we're just going to burnish those. I haven't got my bone folder to hand, so I'm just going to hand crease it, which will be, it will work out fine. So I'm just putting all those creases in, and this was the free on the farm DSP that we got, so I'm still working my way through my free stuff. And then it doesn't matter which way you start, because to bend it both ways it works out well. So I've creased it so that it was over like that. Then I'm going to push that the other way now, so I'm going to fold it over there and take the section in and over. So it doesn't matter which way you start. Use a block if you have one handy. Do you know, I don't have anything handy. It's just that I was making this, so I just thought I'd come on and film it anyway, because I have got things ready to film, but I've got to do a few more things to it, and I've not been brilliant. So right, so we're going to do, fold it over, fold it down, fold it up, so that you get where you've got a V shape. Now I'm going to bring in my envelope punch board, and it doesn't matter which end you start from, but what I'm doing is this crease here, so the crease to your left hand side, I'm going to line it up with my point. So I'm just going to line that up with my point and press down, take it to the other side, and this again, I'm lining it up with the left and punching. Then I'm going to fold it over for my the first score line, and I'm going to punch. I've got it a little bit too far out of my reach to put my proper weight on it. There we go. And I'm going to bring that in, and I should bring my light over here, and then it won't be so bad. So we're just going to, what we're actually doing is we're punching on each of your crease lines. So each of your score lines punching on. Now, if you haven't got an envelope punch board, then what you could do is just do a cut out a V. So what you could do is on each of your score lines, just bend it over and just cut a V in like that on each of them to make your cracker. And then I'm going to last score line. I'm going to do it so that that was the 1/4 inch one. I've even done that. Now, if you start off, don't worry about that it's taken those bits off. They will just glue and support. You can do it a different way. You can start this way. If you start this way and punch it and do all your fold lines like that, it will not take those two pieces out, but that doesn't matter. So you can do it either way. You can start at either end, either way. Right, so we're just going to get, and I will have to go and get my glue because so all we're going to do, I start with the middle section, and I'm just going to put glue all down that 1/4 inch. So as I say, if this is too small a size for you, then you could do it at 1/2 inch, because it is a bit fiddly on the 1/4 inch, but it saves you a little bit on DSP. So I'm just lining it up with the fold. So I'm just getting the edge, lining it up with the fold, and then I just kind of bring it together and just pinch down that crease. Now, it won't go flat, as you can see. It will have a triangle piece when you're doing this because it's 5-sided, not 6. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the same on the top. And this is just so simple, so quick. And my DSP is lining up. Look at that. Can you see that? It's lining up to follow the pattern. So quite by accident, but I've done it. Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. Okay, but I just happen to have done this. Okay. So there we go. There we go. So just do that. Right, now just take a length of ribbon. In fact, let's measure the length of ribbon that I've got. I don't normally have any ribbon cut. I usually take it off the spool, but I have got some pieces. So you roughly want a 14-inch piece of ribbon. Let's move that out of the way. And just grab hold of your cracker and it should just nicely squash down. I'm just going to wrap it round. Now just look where your edges are. So you don't want that at the front. So I'm making sure that goes to the back. And then I'm going to try and put my bow on this one. So just tie it. And just tie a rough bow. Come on. There you go. You don't have to fiddle about with them too much. Just leave them as this. And then you pop your treat in. Now, the lint bars that you can buy in a pack of 4 fit this, and I designed it round this. But when I went back yesterday to get some lints that were that size, couldn't find any at all. So these are the longer bars, so I've chopped 2 of the sections off to be able to make it fit inside, but that was what it was designed for. It will just fit it in nicely, and it actually will fit 2 in. So you could do that. Right, where's my bow? So I want it on the same way, and I'm going to just tie my ribbon hopefully in the same place. If the DSP you want it the other way, just be mindful of when you're doing your pattern, which way will suit to do it. I don't mind that it's on the side as it is now at the moment. There we go. There we go. So I would face it like that, then it's up and down. And then I cut out the animals from the DSP, and the actual DSP had bits of white in it, and I even used the bits of white, so you can see it's got the DSP on the back, to cut out the little rabbits because I thought they were sweet. So I'm going to have 2 little rabbits, and I'm going to have a sheep this time. So I'm going to have a sheep, and then I'm going to get some flowers. So the die cut out the flowers as well from the DSP. So I'm going to pick 5 of my flowers out. So I've got, in fact, I'm going to pour them out a minute, so because they're static and they're sticking to there. So I've got some yellow and red. I think I'm going to go for. I'm not going to go for the blue because I think that will disappear. So I just want one more. Not a red, I want a yellow I'm looking for. But of course it's all fell the other way. That's half a yellow one there. That's the yellow one as well. There we go. So I'll sort those out later. So all I do is where the bow is, I'm going to build my scene. So I've got 3 reds, so I'm going to stick 1 red, and I'm just sticking them randomly. I'm not and I'm going to stick them up and down. So I'm not even worried if they're not equal distances. I'm just sticking them on for my scene. There we go. I can go down the bottom, and then I'm going to stick my sheep on, and I'm just going to put glue on the bottom because my sheep is going to stick over at the top. So just place him on, and then I just thought I'd stick my rabbits on. I'll stick one rabbit down there, and then 1 rabbit at the top. Sorry if I've missed any of your comments because they disappear and then I never know how to get them back, but I think I can look, excuse me, later on the video. Right, now what I have got a die that cuts out a tiny tag, but what I'm going to do, in fact, no, I'll get my proper scissors. And I know I did glue it down to, it's got the glue on it. And all I'm going to do is cut just about that much, which is, I don't know whether that's 1/2 inch. Let's have a look. Yeah, bang on 1/2 inch. How about that? Bang on 1/2 inch. So I'm cutting 1/2 inch, and I did actually have some tape on this anyway. So I'm just gonna cut off the corners to make it, in fact, where's that one I've just cut off? Can I see that? Yeah, there we go. So to get it the same, cut one off first, and then stick the other one on it. We'll have to do it the other way. There we go. So turn it over. Oops. such a tiny piece that you could just roughly cut it, but if you want it the same, then you persevere. Oh, come on, can't think. Get it the other way. That's it. So you put it so that it's, no you don't. Oh, I'm just going to cut it. Give up with that. But you can sort it out so you can get it the same. And I can't think, my brains. So that makes like a little tag, and you can write on there, and then you peel that off, and that can stick on one end. So I'm not going to write the tag now, but that's what I did. So I hope you liked my little treat cracker. Just quick and easy. You can make any size crackers. These boards are brilliant for making envelopes and crackers. Wonderful. But you could make it even if you haven't got one of those punch boards. You can just score it same as I did, and then just cut each of the score lines in between. So I'll just demonstrate that so that you can see what I mean. So if I've got a piece, let's just have a bit bigger piece. Just going to cut this randomly. So you can, I'm just going to demonstrate how I would cut them if I haven't got a punch board. Okay, so just scored this down. So I'll just do that roughly at 1 inch and 1 inch. That will help you see. And then that was scored at, I'll do it this way, 1 inch, 1.5 and 2 inches. So all you do is score it, do that on your lines, and just bend it over, and then just cut from there to the score line, from your score line to the center score line, and that's all you need to do for your cracker. And then you do that at the other side. Don't cut it all the way. So this was not quite 1 inch, so that's why it's a bit narrower. But it won't even matter if you do them odd like I've just done. That won't even matter. And then the end bits, try to do about the same. So you've got that, and then a bit there. So you're just leaving sort of about that amount to that amount, it doesn't matter, and then they will fit down. I didn't crease them, of course, but once you've done that, and then that will gather nicely and pop down just the same as what I've done. So that's the way to do it. If you haven't got a punch board, you can just do it manually and it works out just the same. So I hope you liked my cracker. Thank you very much for popping by. I do appreciate that you've watched me today. Please, if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. Press the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my further uploads, because I am very spasmodic at the moment due to ill health, but I'm hoping that I will be able to get back and get videoing regular again. So thank you very much. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.